So does curing resin emit a lot of formaldehyde? Well, let's see. Let's jump into this together. Welcome to this episode of DIY3DTech.com. In this air quality episode, I've got the chamber set up and I've been doing some testing on this water-based resin for a prior video. What I want to do is I've got the UV light over here, and as I've mentioned in a couple prior videos, as this seems to cure from the there's LED lights on either side and above, so it's curing very slowly from the blue light that's hitting it, about the 400 nanometer light. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and turn on, I've got my UV light over here, which is a rather powerful UV light, and I've got the resin in the chamber below. And let's see if I accelerate it with the UV light, if it accelerates the amount of formaldehyde production. So to the light. Wow, that was surprising. Now again, this is a pretty intense light, so the curing in the chamber took place at a far accelerated rate than it would inside the printer. However, what's interesting about this is part of the risk with this is not only as the printer is printing it or solidifying it, however, also in the curing process, because that's what I got this light for, is actually to cure the print after it comes out of the printer. So surprisingly enough, this is rather interesting. I didn't expect such a great acceleration. And you also notice that, again, in here, it really picked up in the particles, also the 0.25 particles, the small particles, because both the numbers were the same as it went through the time lapse. So again, this is interesting, and also, as I've mentioned in all my prior videos, this resin is nothing to mess with. Now, this is supposed to be the nicer, water-soluble, safe resin. So, and again, you can see the amount of formaldehyde, the amount of volatiles that came off this. And again, it's still, even after I've turned off the light and it's been a while, a pretty substantial number. So again, this is one of the things I highly recommend if you're going to use a resin printer. Have a mechanical ventilation system. I've seen some guys use, carbon filters and things like that. I don't recommend it. If you're going to use an SLA printer, I highly recommend venting this, the air outward away from you. Diffusing it with inside your workspace, not a good idea, and I don't really trust the carbon filters either. Again, these 0.25 particles, these are really, really small particles, and you don't want that getting into your lungs. So, and especially if you have any type of respiratory issue, that's going to be problematic. So anyways, hopefully you found this interesting and informative, and if you did, hey, hit the like button. It's down there, I guess. Swag Shop's up there. Subscribe's over there, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.
Please click like below and subscribe to the channel.